Hi, what's up guys? I participated in Brackeys Game Jam last week. If you don't know what a game jam is, in game jams you would be given a theme and based around the theme, you need to make a game before the deadline. You can think of it like a tournament that you might have in your school and you can compete in it. The main goal of the competition is to have fun and interact with the community. In this case, game developers. In game jams, you will meet developers ranging from beginner to veterans. And it's a very good way to learn because everyone in the community wants to help you and learn at the same time. If you have a problem relating to game dev, ask in the community and they will try to help you, including me, even though I don't have a big brain, but I will try. Okay, that's what a game jam is. So last week I participated in game jam and things didn't go very well. But I had a lot of fun creating the game. So here is the journey. The game theme was announced on Saturday and the theme was Rewind. I started brainstorming ideas. At this point, my brain was like a desert. So I decided to go to bed and have some sleep. I woke up and I started again. And this time I came up with two final ideas. One of them was pure trash, so we are not gonna talk about that. The other one was a puzzle game, and I started working on it and I made a prototype and it took me 2 days. And I soon realized I am not that smart to solve puzzles. Also, to create puzzles. So I had to let it go. I can't do it anymore, so I turned away and shut the system. Now I have 5 days to make a new game. Luckily, I had a game in my mind and I started working on it. So the idea is our player for some reason don't want to be in 2020 anymore. I don't know why he wants to skip 2020. Unfortunately, he ended up skipping 79 years, that too in the middle of a war. So, the only way he can defeat his enemy is to use rewind. Every time he uses rewind, the enemy will lose some upgrades. So, yeah, that was the idea. And I started working on it. I had 5 days to develop the game, so I started by making simple player control. And then I made some weapons. This one shoots everywhere around itself. I named it Circle Speeder. And this weapon shoots straight into the void. I named it Straight Gun. And then I made this mortar. It shoots wherever the player is. I named it. Then I wanted to create a homing projectile, but I skipped it because I wanted to create the core experience. So these weapons were enough to give me that. Now it was time to make the main mechanism of the game, that is to rewind the time. So I started by making the rewind system and it worked. Now it needs some kind of restrictions so that the player won't be able to spam the ability. So I created energy system which will keep track of your energy. Once you have enough, you can use it to rewind the time. I also added a hat that works as a solar panel that the player wears in his head, and also it works as a shield, but if you use it you won't be able to gain solar energy, so it's a trade-off. At this point the game was not so easy, and at the same time it was very easy if you don't roll across the board like an alien bowling ball, because it was easy to predict projectiles and you just had to stand in one place and dodge the projectiles. So I made another way to harness the solar energy. Now there will be sun spawning all over the screen. And if you grab it, you get some energy. Now at least the player has a meaning to roll across the board like an alien. And the game became relatively harder than it was. and I didn't wanted it to be frustrating, so I decreased the speed of projectiles. I also added heart pickups that you can pick obviously and gain some health. That doesn't look like a heart, so it was time to create pixel art for the heart. I finally did the art for the games as well. I wanted to create something futuristic, but again I realized I am not so creative. So I settled down with thanks. Now it was time for me to add some music, and it should be pretty easy because I listen to music every day, so I should be able to make music. So I started making music. As you expected, I made something you can listen to from your ears. I don't think listening music helped, but it will work for now. Everything was going as planned, but something really bad happened. At 11:30 Friday night, my Unity just freezed. I tried to fix it, but I was not able to fix it. So I decided to go to sleep and I woke up very zinky because I didn't had a very good sleep and I lost almost 30% of progress. That's a big no-no. And the worst thing is I only have few hours left. And after searching every line of code, I found out it was happening because of a silly typo. Yeah, this semicolon. This semicolon almost ruined my game. And it actually did ruin my game. I spent almost 2 or 3 hours solving the bugs, and I didn't have time to create a proper tutorial for the game. And at this point, I was like every other game dev, so I said to myself, you know what, done is better than perfect. So I quickly added some text and I decided to submit the game in the Jam, but for some reason, shit happened again with my internet and I could not upload the game in the Jam. Finally, it was over now. I was sad, but still, I had a lot of fun making the game. I learned some new things, and that's a win win for me. If you want, you can play the game. It's free on the itch.io website. I'll provide the links. If you play, please remember it is made in less than 5 days. And also, I'm not a veteran, and please don't compare this game with Binod. That's it. That's the journey. And at last, here are some beginner level tips. If you're participating in a game jam, don't overshoot yourself. Also, don't undershoot yourself. Keep it balanced because one of the goal is to learn. And the second tip is to let it go because if you're not enjoying the game you're making, it is less likely that others will enjoy it. However, I will put a star here. It is not always true. It depends on your mood sometimes. Last tip. If your Unity engine is freezed, it's probably because your game went into a never-ending loop. So have a look at your loops. Thanks for watching. If you found this video, like literally found this video from somewhere, somehow, do consider subscribing. And इस वीडियो के लिए इतना ही मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में तब तक के लिए बी सेफ बाय बाय